This is a shame. A rotten rating of 33% based on 6 reviews. Only 6 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. 33%, with audiences liking it a little more. So what, no one's seeing this? Is that what I'm getting here? I want to talk about the movie The Midnight Man. It's a 2016 horror film that was not released on the markets until 2018. But I believe it held its premiere in Canada in September of 2016. And it's based off of a movie with the same name from 2013, which is an Irish feature film called The Midnight Man, which is also on this Blu-ray. I knew nothing about this movie. The only thing I knew is that Robert Englund was in it. And Lynn Shay. But I finally saw the trailer and I was like, wow, this actually looks decent. But I wasn't getting my hopes up. Because I went to Family Video and they only had like 2 copies. I'm like, what is this? Like, I really enjoyed this movie. I really did. It didn't feel like it was overly long. It's directed by Travis Z. Has Gabriel Hall, Lynn Shay, Robert Englund, Emily Hain, Kyle Strauss as the Midnight Man. Basically, it's a game that people play. But it started in the 50s where 2 children are playing a game, and the game begins at midnight and ends at 3:33, I believe. They come to find out that there's this creature or entity called the Midnight Man who basically feeds on your fears and kills you, tries to kill you. And there are rules to the game. You have to always keep this candle lit. If your candle goes out, you have so many seconds to relight it. If you don't want the Midnight Man to get you, you have to draw a circle around you. Or not draw a circle, but have salt or whatever and make a circle and stand in the circle. There are rules to the game. In the beginning, it shows a young girl who survives named Anna, who remains alive, and then they fast forward to 2016, where Anna is much older and she is played by Lynn Shay. And I really like Lynn Shay. The first time I ever saw Lynn Shay was in the movie Kingpin. And she was nasty in that movie. That part where Woody Harrelson's like throwing up in the toilet. God. If I were you, I'd be doing some more tongue exercises before Friday. I just keep thinking of that. Oh my God. I remember she was in Something About Mary too. But anyway, Lynn Shay, she plays an older woman who has dementia. She was diagnosed with it, but she acts a little bit crazy. And she has her tantrums. Like, she'll just be fine, and then all of a sudden she'll start talking to herself and start looking over in the closet or in the corner of the room. Like, what the hell is she looking at? But she lives on the same property when she was a kid. She lives at the same place. And that's where the game originally took place. And the game is hidden upstairs in the attic, which is where they were playing it when she was younger. She is being taken care of by her granddaughter, who's a teenager named Alex, played by Gabriel Hall. I guess that's how you say it. How. There's this one night where she puts, Lynn Shay to bed. she's taking care of her, she puts her to bed or whatever, and her friend Miles comes over. And they both discover the game in the attic, start taking pieces out of this box and candles and start reading about it and start to play it. And they soon find out that there's something really wrong with this game. They awaken the Midnight Man, where they have, till from midnight to 3 to survive. And the Midnight Man kind of cheats sometimes, or he kind of like plays your fears against you, so it's like you end up falling in front of him to where he can kill you easily. But that's what he does. He uses his fears, or uses your fears. They have another friend named Kelly who joins later on during the film. Like, she comes over and like she enters the game. And they kind of talk about what's going on with her, but she doesn't. There's sometimes, the acting was fine in this movie. But there were some times where, like, they were telling Kelly about it, and she's just like, oh, like, really? Like, she didn't seem, like, that weirded out about it until she started playing the game. Then she started to get scared. But when they were talking about it, I guess I can see, like, if you went over to somebody's house and they were playing a game, and they started explaining what was really happening, you would be like, nuh-uh. Like, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't. That's just human nature. But as soon as it started, like, she starts to get scared, the Midnight Man appears in front of her, and she's like, oh shit. And uses her fears against her. And there's some really cool scenes in here with blood and, like, the kills and things like that happen. Like, there's some really, really cool stuff that happens. Then you have Robert Englund, who plays Dr. Harding, who has a little bit of a secret where he comes over to look at Lin Shaye, like to basically examine her and make sure she's okay, and takes care of her as well. But he comes over and he knows all about the game, and come to find out, he was playing that same day in 1953 when Anna was playing as a kid. So he knows all about the game and all about the Midnight Man and all about the rules and stuff like that. So I'm not going to spoil the movie. Like, I'm not going to spoil what happens in the third act. It really ramps up, and Robert Englund and Lin Shaye have this cool thing that happens. And there's I guess there's a little bit of a twist, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's a big deal. I like how it ended. It ended, I was sort of thinking like things were gonna be okay and like someone's gonna survive to where they're walking. It's a happy ending and stuff. It's not. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not a happy ending. And I like that. There's one thing that happens to a character that they don't show, but you kind of get an idea what happens. They don't show it. I guess they didn't really need to. It would have been nice, though. So yeah, the third act, I like the ending. The third act really ramps up, like I said. In this movie, I like the pacing. It doesn't take too long for it to get going, actually. Visually, there's some really creepy shots. The shot where Miles is up in the attic, and there's this mannequin with a sheet over it standing behind him. And they do that on purpose because they want you to look over there. They're focused on Miles, and I'm like, okay, that thing's either going to move or it's going to be shifted a different way in a different position. And I was right. They do stuff with the mannequin, but they don't do it when you expect them to do it. So you're like, okay, they're going to do it right here. I know it. That's why they're focused. No, it catches you off guard. That's what I like about it. And it's not jump scares either. It's not those fake-ass jump scares that they do nowadays. But yeah, I really enjoyed this film. You could tell it was somewhat low budget, but it's some of those are some of the better ones. Really, I consider this an underrated gem. And like I said, in the special features, I got this on Blu-ray. It was kind of hard. I got this online, but if you go, I guess, into a store, I'm not sure if they have the Blu-ray available, like maybe at Best Buy or anywhere else. I think they have the DVDs, but I got this on Blu-ray. It looks really good. But the special feature, like I said, is the original 2013 Irish film, which is The Midnight Man, what this is based off of. And even that's, I mean, that's good in ways. It's kind of like a movie, like a really low budget film, like someone just picked up their camera and said, okay, we're gonna do this scene and do this, and like their handheld camera, and like did a movie that, like a movie like I would do with no budget, and just get a bunch of people together, and you could tell they were having fun with it. I actually watched half of the movie because I had something else to do, because I just watched this and I started to watch the Irish version. And there's some similar things. The Midnight Man is actually not it's actually different forms in the Irish version. It's like a lady and then it's a guy. It's like different forms. So I don't know. One of these times I'm going to watch the full thing, but definitely check out the Irish feature film. I think you'd like it. This is also a Scream Factory release, and IFC Midnight, they do put out some good stuff. So, yeah, The Midnight Man, that's my review. If I were to rate this out of 10, I would give this movie, I'd say a solid 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I really thought it was good, and I think you would too. So, there it is, The Midnight Man. 2016, definitely let me know what you thought of The Midnight Man down in the comments. And there are a lot more movie reviews that I'm going to be doing, a lot more movies that I've been watching. Tonight I just rented the movie Traffic, which came out on Tuesday. And I couldn't find the Blu-ray anywhere. I would have just bought it because it looked interesting. But I went ahead and rented it, so I'm definitely going to watch that coming up later, and I'm definitely going to review it. But I've got a lot of movies planned for reviews. If you have any movies that you want me to review, let me know in the comments. Only if I've seen it, or if I have it, or if I can get it, you know, to be able to watch it, obviously. I can't review it without watching it. So yeah, let me know in the comments. And I thank you very much for watching and for taking the time out of your day to watch. It really means a lot. For subscribing, for leaving comments. I really do appreciate you guys sticking with me. And I've met a lot of new people on here, and I am thankful for being, you know, friends with you guys, and talking about movies and such. I know a lot of times I don't comment right away, but don't take it personally. You know, I do kind of have a busy life with twin boys, you know, and a wife, and work. Just everyday life comes about, and this is just my downtime. I actually do this late at night so I can have some downtime to actually relax, watch a movie, or come on here with you guys and you know, talk about movies or review movies and stuff. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this review. Stay tuned for more. This is Rob signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.